as we all know what Las Vegas is like, and of course the Peppermill Lounge and the Peppermill itself has been here for many, many years. In fact, since 1972. And Elvis, this was a place where Elvis Presley came all the time. But as we know, in Vegas, Las Vegas, we have lots of different talents come in, and lots of impersonators, and lots of people that do different things and everything. And you're probably looking at this guy next to me. His name is actually Johnny, and but just looking at him, he looks like Hulk. And that's who you impersonate him?
That's correct.
That's correct.
Yes.
So you impersonate him. I'm not going to ask him why, because I'm looking at these muscles, and do you want to tense it up? See, look what happens. He's cool. It doesn't move. Mine move. You touch mine, they move. There's like little flabby things there. But so what made you take on this talent? Because it is a talent to take on somebody else's talent.
Oh, well, what happened is I didn't have this mustache, and I would wear a bandana, and people started calling me Hulk Hogan. And then one closer to Halloween, I thought, what if I grow the mustache and see what happens, and
see what the people say out there.
Yeah, and it kind of went wild after I grew the mustache, I could say.
Really?
Yeah, yes.
So then you decided that you would be him.
Yes, I got a hold of because all the feedback I got a hold of Mirror Images and talked to a woman who owns it named Dodd, and she got me started.
She got you. So see, it always takes a woman to get somebody started. It seems, doesn't it?
I think so.
It's always a woman that has the inspiration, or maybe not as much of the inspiration, but always have that encouragement.
Yes.
You know, to move forward with it and go for it and everything else. So, what exactly do you go out there? You perform, or or do you just walk the streets and look alike him?
Well, I've done meets and greets, and I've also helped. I did some promo videos, sometimes for bars or what have you, and I came to Vegas, I guess, a little over a month ago, and go on Fremont Street, and have been doing good out there.
So you see what happens. Everybody wants to come to Vegas who's in the entertainment business, which is absolutely amazing. So how has it been so far? Has it been encouraging? Have you got a lot of work, and are you getting what you want?
Yes, right now it's very encouraging, yes.
Very. And are you more on downtown? Because that's where a lot of the activity of I guess, the people, legends, and different people that take on people seem to like it downtown. Is it because you can walk around down there?
It's just like, I guess, where most people just want to go, so where they expect to see the lookalikes too.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
See, that's it. I just found out something, so that's why a lot of them are down there.
Correct.
Because then they, become known and everything.
Yes.
What's been the greatest compliment you've had of sort of putting yourself, your body, into somebody else's body? What do people kind of say to you about it? Do they say you're great, or you're like him, or what do they say?
Every single day I get compliments and people coming up to me, and people say, "Oh, you're the best lookalike I ever seen down here." You get that, they said that to me, and it just get a lot of encouraging. 99% is very encouraging.
Very encouraging. So before you became this legendary man, what were you doing?
Well, I used
without the mustache, because you grew this purposely so he could become a Hulk.
I used to be a police officer, City of Reading, Pennsylvania.
Oh, so I better behave myself.
And then after retiring from that, I started a landscaping business, which I still run and operate.
Oh, so you have a second job.
Yes.
Do you have that here in Vegas? Because you live here now, right?
For the winter time, I still have my business back home.
Oh, that's what I figured. So your landscaping business is back home?
Yes, in Pennsylvania.
In Pennsylvania?
Yes.
So what's the difference between Pennsylvania and Las Vegas? Is there a difference?
Well, I guess the biggest thing is there's more excitement here, I would say. It's a lot more going on from like where I'm from, and the winters here are cold. The winters in Pennsylvania are cold too, a little bit colder there.
They're colder there than they are here.
Yeah.
And then they have snow, and we don't have snow.
Well, we used to have snow.
You used to have snow. They don't have snow anymore.
No, there hardly ever snows.
Do you divide your time up to living back there in the summer?
That's my goal, to live there in the summer and live here in the winter unless something bigger happens.
So if you're looking at something bigger happening, what is the bigger thing you're looking at to happen?
Well, they're making a movie about Hulk Hogan. I would love to be a double in the movie, So.
See, his hopes are high.
Yeah.
So they're doing a movie on him?
Yes.
Well, that'll be a pretty cool movie, won't it?
Yeah, I would think so.
What's the most thing you admire about Hulk and what he's done and what he's... Because he's like a headhunter or something, right? Didn't he?
A professional wrestler.
Professional wrestler, but he also did headhunting, didn't he?
I don't know what you
don't
mean
know
by
that.
headhunting. Okay.
Okay. Huh?
So
there you go.
oh, yes. He's such. You can tell, me looking like him, how much he's loved. He's just such an outgoing person, and he's, people love Hulk.
Such a big Hulk of a man, because that's why he's got his
people
name
just
from, obviously.
Love him, and he's just outgoing and fun and exciting.
He's very friendly towards people and very, hospitable and very sort of, he brings you in.
Yes.
He's like a great big teddy bear.
Yeah, and because the way people approach me, I can see what he must go through on a daily basis,
Do you?
As far
go
as
through as a daily basis of?
Yes, I got 5 times walking to the door here. Hulk, brother, Hulk Hogan, and it's everywhere I go, so.
But that's cool.
Yeah, it is.
I was going to say you really like it. You turn around and say, they know who I am.
Yeah, it is neat.
Now, when you turn around and say, well, I'm not the real one, do they think you're the real one, or what happens there?
Well, a lot of times when somebody run up to me and go and say, I know you're not Hulk Hogan, but you look just like him. Can I have a picture? Then some people come to me and say, are you Hulk Hogan? I tell them the truth, no. Or they come up and they're all excited, take a picture or whatever and leave. I'm like, do they think I'm him? So
I love it.
Yeah.
So you get all sorts of different responses of who you, don't you probably forget who you are now.
Well, it's rough.
Jonathan doesn't know who he is.
I mean, it's a great icebreaker. It's like, example, when I first came here, I went to one of the major casinos, went to their nightclub, and the girls who worked there came up to me and gave me
got all the girls.
Gave me a shirt for this club. I don't know if I can say their name.
You can, of course you can.
Coyote Ugly, and she said, "Would you rip this off for us on the stage?" So I said, "What you gonna do, brother, when large arms in the world runs wild?" And tore off the shirt and they're like cheering.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, and then like 14, 15 people took my picture in there, asked for pictures with me. Then when I went downstairs later to use the restroom, I didn't make it to the restroom.
What, do you mean all the men attacked you in the restroom?
Oh, no, no. Outside, a person came up to me, yelled, I know you're not, but can I have a picture? But what happens when one person takes a picture?
Then the other person.
All of a sudden, there was like 25 people in line wanting a picture, and that happens all the time.
That happens all the time.
Yes.
So did you ever realize when you took on this that this would happen like this, that you'd get that noticed and be that, in front of the camera?
Well, it's since day one. Like I said, it was an experiment. I grew the mustache, but since day one, it's been probably thousands of photographs, and I lost track. And going on vacation, I mean, I went to Nicaragua. Like probably 300 people asked me for a photo when I was down there.
But they thought you were the real one, though.
The locals probably did, but most people know I'm not. I think.
You think? But you don't have to go into that because you're just portraying what you want to do. That's all.
Yes.
So there's no sort of, you're not trying to deny it or trying to say anything about it.
Yeah.
You are who you are. Whatever somebody else thinks they think. I mean, it doesn't really make any difference, does it?
Yeah, it's true. It's like.
So what were you doing before you? How long have you been doing this?
It's about almost 2 years now.
That's all?
Yeah.
Wow. So what made you make that plunge into thinking, I'm going to portray this person?
I guess it was just so much fun. It's like an icebreaker because any place I go, people start talking to me. And that typically, when I have this mustache, you just go in. You're like, if anybody talks to you. Now it's like, it's just a great icebreaker, and that's the best part about it.
And you're able to play the part. Now, do you study him as to what he does and what he doesn't do? So you could be kind of more like him?
Yes, I think I got his voice down. He talks more baritone, deep like this.
Oh, let's talk like that. I want to talk like that.
And I talk a little bit, I don't know, higher or whatever. And I study his promo videos where he's doing the wrestling and how he acts when he's all hyper and going.
So he gets all hyper and you get all hyper and everything.
Yeah.
So you actually watch him a lot.
Pretty much, yes.
Yeah. And you're up to date as to how he's performing now and who he is now, which keeps you, up to par of what he's up to.
Well, yeah, I guess people more look at the wrestling area more so than he was up to now.
Do you want to wrestle at all?
Well,
you got into that. You got into the ring yet?
High school wrestling is a total different wrestling,
I wouldn't know the difference.
Yeah, very big difference.
Well, yeah, I would imagine there would be a big difference in that. So what are your goals now? Where are you off to? What are you doing now? You're in Vegas now.
Yeah.
You're going up in and out of Fremont Street. Fremont is downtown Las Vegas. If any of you out there who's watching it, who's in another country, it's one of the sort of most popular parts.
Yeah, so it was really neat. neat place. It's the old Vegas.
It is the old Vegas. You can walk on the streets, and there's lots of people down, especially at night, with all the lights and the people, and everybody has a good time.
Yeah,
there.
It's fun.
And what do you do? Do you get booked on performances, or how do you get booked? What happens?
Well, if somebody wants to book me, they'll call through the agency, which I says Mirror Images, and they'll book me for work. And that's how it normally, or once in a while I run into people outside who want me to make a little short video with them on Fremont Street, and it's fun.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
So when you make a short video on Fremont Street, what do you kind of do? What do you kind of talk or?
Yeah, I do the Hulk Hogan thing. He was a professional wrestler come up to me, and but he worked for one of those, not WWE, but one of those smaller satellite kind of wrestling, a small company. And he wanted me to do what I call a promo video with him, and his name was Hurricane something, and so
Hurricane was a hurricane.
Yeah, so I did a little video with him.
Oh, how lovely!
It was fun.
So you're kind of up and ready to do anything that's kind of neat, because you know what he does.
Yes.
So you're able to move into that position and actually take it over.
Yeah.
Now, does Hogan know you're around? Does he know anything about you?
I don't think so. Well, you never know, because there's so many pictures taken of me. I imagine eventually.
So what you need to do now, if he's making a movie and you want to be his double, I think you need to get in touch with his agent, or your agent, to get in touch with their agent.
Yes.
I think that's what you need to do, because doesn't he look amazing? I'm not going to fight with him.
Thank you.
He's lovely. He's absolutely wonderful. So again, how can people reach you and get to you?
They can contact Mirror Images Modeling, and that's located out of Los Angeles, and I think she has a satellite here in Las Vegas.
Awesome. So don't forget, if you would like him to be at one of your events or to be there or whatever you would like, he's available. And don't forget to subscribe to Vegas Live with Ninon on YouTube. And also we've got the podcast going on. We've got lots of things going on, but I'm going to have Steve's going to come on, who is actually in charge of all our marketing and doing all our stuff, and he's become part of the team of Vegas Live with Ninon, and we'll update you where you can find us and what we can do and who we are and what we are and where we're going. We'll be right back. If you enjoyed the last show we just did and all the other shows, don't forget to subscribe Vegas Live with Ninon on YouTube. We've got plenty more coming up, and our guests are amazing. So don't forget to subscribe. We'll be right back. Vegas Live with Ninon.
Social media shows network were initiated in 2017. Since then, our founder Maria Pereza never stopped developing a system on social media, in building a network of passionate people that loves to entertain, coach, help others, and deliver informative information to the public, informally, in a low-cost production. She built a platform that surpassed Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and other social media live streaming, but exceeded the function of a podcast. Her main goal is to be able to broadcast on social media like a traditional TV setup involving a group of broadcasters, YouTubers, podcasters, and social media live streamers. Maria is building the confidence of non-actors and non-famous people that joins her to network. We are here to promote and support one another, to help our community grow collectively without inhibitions but with confidence and high self-esteem. We love to be in this family together. Our door is open to help you build your brand, opening opportunities for others, and outreach to our community. We welcome you to the family of social media shows.
Thank you to our affiliates who trusted and hold us by the hand. We truly appreciate your support, and we are looking forward to a longer relationships. GI Connections, VIP Vacations, James Presley Recording Studio, Power X Energy Drinks, Moke Experience, 22.3 Takeover Vegas Radio, Revolution Radio 2, Rhythm Vision, Westgate Resorts Las Vegas, The Giving Water, Whalers Creation, The Funk Jam, The Iron Monk Tattoo Society, GG Chic, Las Vegas Entertainment, Fantasy at Luxor, Action Shot Productions. Ask us to learn more how to be part of our affiliate today. As we continue to grow and build a brand, social media shows continue to develop and discover new possibilities to help one another. Our affordable services will help us move to the next level of our journey. Host your own show to inspire or entertain others for as low as $150 per month.
You have 20 shows a week, live stream.
We are looking for sponsors. We showcase your business products and services on our network to be seen by your target market for as low as $200 a month.
That's 2 percentage points short of reaching critical mass, which will lead to faster results. We have 20 plus shows with a reach of over 80,000. We'll give you commercial ads, website link, and connections to nonprofit organizations.
Let us promote and advertise your event, giving your venue the red carpet treatment. This platform allows venues that feature entertainment, singers, bands, DJs, comedy, fashion, corporate events, and family events to be showcased in a new direction that also involves your audiences starts at $200 an hour. We also provides video editing, website builder, commercial video for your business, music videos, photography, provided by our affiliates. As we build our community, we pay it forward. Our nonprofit organization GI Connections is all about giving back to our community. Join us create outreach programs to help our community and live a happy, peaceful, and unity. Let us bring the world to you.
Well, I have Regi Rodgers with me, which when I think of Regi Rodgers, I think of the RR, and the RR is Rolls Royce.
Or rest and relaxation.
Rest and relaxation. Now, on my last guest, I happened to say that Vegas Live with Ninon had become a dating place. Now, you actually are in that business.
I am.
And which I think is quite ironic, because now you've just flown in from where?
This whole week I've been gone. I was in Atlanta, Macon, and I just flew in from Tulsa.
You just flew from Tulsa to come on Vegas Live with
Yes.
Ninon. So I'm very, very honored to have you on. C. Rodgers,
pleasure is
amazing,
all mine.
isn't he? So we're going to be talking about dating. Now, dating, you know, is in Vegas, dating is very, very different. I don't know if you know that. There's 7 women to 1 guy here, apparently. I don't know if you know this.
Well, that's an epidemic across the country, though. Not just Vegas per se. That's an epidemic in.
So we got more women in the world than men.
Studies show that it's not going to get better. It's not going to get better. It's going to get worse.
So women, you're going to start having boys. We need more boys.
Got to procreate a little bit more.
I want a boy. I want a boy. It's got to be a boy. You know, and triplets come out, or girls.
and ironically, my parents had 5 boys.
Oh, really?
I'm the youngest of 5.
You're the youngest of 5 boys?
Yes.
I'm in the middle. I have a sister and a brother older, then I have 2 brothers younger. So my mum did her thing with the boys.
And you're in the middle.
I'm right in the middle.
Well, we're not going to talk about that middle child. We could have a discussion on that, but we won't.
What happens with the middle child? She doesn't fit here and doesn't fit there. And
they say the middle child is typically trying to find their way. They're a little confused because they are
trying to find my way. No, I've had a very, very good life. And I had an amazing marriage.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm not going to say 24 hours a day was happy all the time. You know, everybody has their thing. But on a 1 to 10, it's definitely a 10.
So he was a lucky man, and you were a lucky woman.
No,
so we had 2 lucky people.
You got it. I'm glad you said he was lucky and I was lucky, because we were both lucky. So this dating game, what's going on with the dating game? Because I think women are dating less than they ever were before.
Well, I don't like to look at it as a dating game. I like to look at it as their strategies to dating. So I don't want to make it a dating game. So because my premise is, I teach that the basis of all relationships is self.
Okay.
If you got to have a great relationship with yourself. If you don't have a great relationship with
yourself,
you're not going to like anyone else. No. So it starts with you first. That's important.
I always say, go to your bedroom, sit on the bed, because the bedroom is the quietest place, I think.
Yeah.
And you sit there, and you don't have to think of anything. You can meditate, you can do anything you want, just sit there.
It's just you.
Just you.
And the universe. And let the universe work its magic.
Do women realize how much they truly have in this world? Because I know a lot of women sort of, you know, want to take on this man role. And I disagree with it totally, because I think a woman has so much.
I agree with you 100%. One of the things that I try to get women to understand, that the journey to love is not really about finding the one.
No.
The journey to love is about becoming the one. So if you become what you want will come to you. But here's the other flip side of that. The flip side of that is women should never look for him. He should find them. But when he finds them, a woman should be ready, know how to recognize, and know how to receive.
That's funny because all those things I had exactly with my husband. I knew I was going to marry him before I really started dating him. And that was because his last name was De Rosa. So I became Ninon de Vere de Rosa. And I thought, what a great name that is. That is a great name. I'm going to marry that guy. And then he was just going through a divorce. And I said, I'm not marrying you while you're going through a divorce because that divorce might never happen. So I'm not getting my trapped in that. So he came back to me after he got the divorce. And that was, from then on, 29 years.
You just gave me an idea.
What's the idea?
Maybe I should start matching people based off of the male's last name. So,
wouldn't that be great?
Sarah, and what's your last name?
Sarah Vaughan.
See, we match them based off of
Sarah Vaughan. See, Ninon de Vere, and I remember I was very sick in bed, and I had this temperature of 105. I used to get very sick in January. And I had this temperature, I was lying in bed, and I thought, I've got to see this guy. So I called him, I said, I can't see you. Well, he said, I'll come over and see you. And I thought, if I don't say yes, I'll never see him again. Because he was a shy type of guy.
Okay.
And he did. He came over with his great big sandwiches and everything for me, which was the last thing I wanted to do was eat. But at the same time, I knew then, when I was lying in bed, that I was going to marry this guy. Wow. And so you're absolutely right when you...
Recognition.
So what is the secret that women or men, and you're right, a man looks at a woman and he knows that's the one. How does that happen?
I think that the work begins prior to meeting, because we should have deal makers, deal breakers, and non-negotiables.
Okay.
So when we understand what our deal makers are, what our deal breakers are, and what our non-negotiables are, then the strategy is there's 5 stages to dating.
God, I thought there was only one.
No, there's 5 stages.
Here we go.
So
what are the 5 stages?
The first stage is a meet and greet.
Okay.
So we're not actually dating. We're going on a meet and greet.
We're saying hello.
We're saying hello. We want to get to know each other. It's kind of like it's an interview.
Yes.
Because when you work a job or when you're going for employment,
you go for an interview.
You go for an interview.
First.
What's the objective? The objective is to make sure you are a fit for the company. They know what the profile is. They know what they're looking for, and they ask all the questions to fit
Same
the
as a
profile.
man and woman, or whomever.
Yes.
Because now we're in different things of, women marrying women and men marrying men, and so it's a whole different thing of different marriages. So you have to recognize where you're going.
Know your profile.
What you want.
Know what the profile is.
Know what the profile is. I'm glad you said that. And then go on. Okay.
So you know what the fit is. So that's the first stage, meet and greet. Second stage now is after we get past the meet and greet, we decipher or determine, does it warrant a date?
Well, I just did that, and it didn't warrant a date. I just did that. I just did that with a guy. I won't say his name because he probably watches the show. And that just happened to me. He didn't even warrant a kiss.
Wow.
So we had dinner, and then we said goodbye. Well, I said goodbye.
But you know how important that is?
Well, it was. To me, it was.
This is very important because time is our biggest commodity.
Yes.
Once time is wasted, we can't get it back.
Correct.
So if it's not a fit, you don't want anybody that's going to waste your time, or you don't want to waste
their time. I was more not wasting his time.
That's right.
Because I could play along.
That's
women
right.
do that. They play along.
That's right.
Your
next move has to be your best move.
Okay, so
if it's not your best move, it's not your next move.
Okay, so that's number 2. Number 3.
Difference. That's the difference stage. The differences. Because now we're going through dating, and now we are getting to that place of understanding what our differences are.
Yes.
That's the make or break stage.
Oh.
Because now we find out, because in the dating stage in the meet and greet stage, we wanted to determine, were there any commonalities, was there a connection, was there chemistry? So now we moved into the dating aspect. Okay, we see there is some commonalities, there's some chemistry, and there's a connection. Cool. And so now we're getting to the place of differences. This is when you determine it's going to be the make or break, because we have a different approach to how we look at sex. We have a different approach to communication.
Yeah.
We have a different approach to certain things. So we need to see if we can mesh that and make that blend.
Okay.
If we can get past that stage, then the next stage would be independence versus interdependence.
Explain that one.
Well, you've been single for so long, you got used to being independent. You got used to being independent.
Yeah.
So now, how do we mesh your independence so that we bring it together to have some interdependence?
Yeah, that's hard.
That's a hard piece, but
That's
it's not impossible.
Well, nothing's
No.
impossible in this world. No, nothing's impossible. So, what's the next one?
That's the next one is after you've got past stage
All
one,
those-
stage two, it's the healthy dating stage. Now you're ready to go.
Now you're ready to
ready
actually
to
see if this
bring it
thing
all
kind
together.
of works.
Yes.
So the message I get out of this from you is don't rush into it. Find out exactly, and don't waste your time, and don't waste their time.
Yes.
Because wasting people's time is not really very nice, whether the man or the woman.
Because people think intimacy is the wherewithal. That's it. It's not. Intimacy comes from two words. Comes from in time. So don't be so quick to rush to be intimate. It takes time. You don't really want to know anyone. You don't really know the person.
I think it's still got the old thing about a man likes a woman to wait a little bit anyway, because if she rushes into having an affair, did she do this with somebody else before? I think that's how a man, and that is still to this day. People tell me it's not, but I think it still is.
That is a question that will enter a man's mental psyche.
Yeah, because he likes to kind of have that woman of his, doesn't he? It's kind of his, like, she's never been touched by a man ever before. It's probably not true, but as long as he started dating her, he wants that to remain his.
He wants it to remain his. And another secret that a lot of women don't know.
All right, let's have the secret.
Here's a secret that a lot of women don't know. A man really is not concerned about being loved. Women want to be loved. A man wants to be respected.
Interesting.
Admired and respected. Women want to be loved. Why? Women are emotionally driven. Men are ego driven. So we want to be respected and admired.
So they want to be respected because actually when you walk outside, well it used to be like this, walk outside the front door, you were the one that would go and make the money for the rent, to pay the car, to feed the children, to send them to school, to buy the clothes and to do the whole house thing.
Yes.
And that was his responsibility. And he was to be respected for that because that is what he's supposed to do.
Yes.
And then the woman, when the man comes home, wants to be kissed and hugged and I missed you and you know, and to achieve that, a woman will make dinner or she'll do something to give her love back to him for what he's done during the day. I don't know if that's what it is this day and age. I don't think it's as much, is it?
It's not as much, but the principle remains. Principles never change. Principles are constant.
Okay.
So they never change. I'll give you another secret.
Okay.
Since we're giving
the
secrets.
women want secrets.
So my thing is I'm an advocate for the women. So I say that I'm the voice, I'm the conscious male voice for women.
Okay.
I want women to get a clear understanding of what goes on in the man's mind and in the man's heart.
Okay.
So another secret is a woman can get a man to do anything in the world she wants him to.
Steve, I want you to listen to this.
A woman can get a man to do anything in the world she wants him to based off of how she packages it.
Oh, so now we're in the packaging business.
So here's how it is, very simple. So let's say the man is not in the habit of making up his bed. If she says, every morning you wake up, I'm getting so sick and tired, you never make up the bed, you need to start making up your bed.
That you should never do.
Okay,
I don't
but
even
it
know
happens.
the answer.
It totally
happens all the time.
Totally
you didn't take the garbage out. The poor guy.
He's
will
never
slip in the house.
He's never gonna do it because he's gonna go on a defense.
Yep.
Because a man is a warrior. So automatically he's gonna do it and he's never gonna do it. But now if she says, hey baby, you know, you're so sexy to me when I see you pull up the sheets, your biceps, your triceps come up. It just turns me on. I think it's the most gorgeous thing in the world. He will make up the bed every morning. You see how you packaged it?
Oh, you make it together. You make the bed together.
Baby, I would love to start doing this with you. Can we do this together? I just feel it's such an intimate thing. Package.
That means
Communication.
That means you don't have to keep running around the bed too, because if you both do it on both sides, so you can. It takes 5 minutes.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
So that's interesting, but I do know that a lot of men, when they come home, the woman nearly lays into him. You know, like the poor guy's just probably had a terrible day. Rather than acknowledging him to come home and to be nice, and wouldn't that make a woman and a man's life better?
Totally. Communication is tantamount, it's paramount. And to be able to understand the key essence of communication takes it to a whole nother level. because, you know, I tell people all the time, communication comes from the word communion, but communion comes from the word, two words, common union. We have to get to that place of understanding what's our common union. That's where we meet, our common denominator.
So what's our breakdown now? Our breakdown, because we don't seem to have as many marriages, and when we do, they last 2 years. What's the breakdown?
There's a lot of choices now. There were choices now that you have that you didn't have in the 20th century. The 21st century presents so many choices. So I think, you know, the common denominator is know what's a fit for you, know what you want, and then I'm actually doing a thing right now on my radio show.
You have a radio show?
I do.
Oh, let's talk about your radio show.
This month's radio show, the topic is what is the glue that keeps it together? And the consistency that I'm getting on the show, I'm speaking with men who
I think that would be Amazon glue. That'll be something really...
Gorilla. It's the gorilla glue.
Oh, yeah, gorilla glue will be the real sticky stuff. You know, you can't...
We need that. You need that adhesive that keeps it all together. And the consistent answers that I'm getting from these men who are high-powered men who've been married for a long length of time and they still like they just met yesterday is communication, respect.
I think
and
respect
they're
is
still
a big
attractive
thing.
they're still attractive.
Yeah,
to
let
their
the
wives.
woman, please women, please look good at times. Sometimes, not all, they don't have to do it all the time, but please look good sometimes. Because I see these women, they get married and then I don't know, their hair goes poo-woof, they don't put makeup on, and they get a little bit of weight on, and they flip-flops and short jeans, and then you've got the men. I can't stand this look for a man. Whoever wants to see a man's legs, good luck. When men start wearing these shorts and these white socks that come up and tennis shoes, believe me, this is one of the ugliest looks a man could ever have. Do you agree?
You don't like that look?
Oh,
it's not a look for me. It's not my feet.
No, but it's a look that it belongs in a place. You know, if you're going to go to the beach or you know, it's the summer and you're going for a hike, yes, but not all day, every day. I think it's the worst. Men's legs are not the most glamorous things in the world.
Well, it's not my look, so I can't relate to that because I feel like, you know, I want to always look my best for whomever my mate is. I try to stay as GQ as possible, as much as possible.
GQ, you know what that means, don't you? I'm not going to tell you. You've got to find out. You can find that out on the internet. Right? But no, I think it's very important for a man to look good, feel good, and
when a man looks
clean.
good, when a man looks good, he feels good, and when he feels good, he feels like he's going to be able to embrace whatever comes his way.
Whichever it is, whichever sexual partner he wants, does not make any difference in this world right now. It's never made a difference to me because I've always been very open. I'm very open with the whole world, actually. Extremely open with who people are, what they are, the language they talk, the color they are. It doesn't make any difference. We're all human beings.
Yes.
None of us, not one of us in this world, have ever asked to be born in a certain place or a certain way or a certain color. None of us. We are all born how we are born.
And you just have to receive it. I love your thought. I love your thought process because I'm like that too. I think that if we base it off of colors, I think sometimes you could find yourself in a deficit. It shouldn't be based off of anything.
It shouldn't be based off anything.
The person. And so that's my book that I have out is all about that.
Okay.
So my book is called Love at First Spirit.
Oh, I like that.
What Love at First Spirit is all about is getting a woman to a place of seeing through a man to get to a man. Because it's not about what the man drives, where he works, any of that.
Is that a little bit of chemistry? Is that a little...
Well, no, because...
What is this chemistry thing? I mean, I can see a guy, he could be married, he could be anything, and I have this chemistry, and then I find out maybe he's married, and I have to get rid of that because I will not date a married man. I will not do that. So, what is this chemistry thing? Do you know what it is?
Yeah, I don't build relationships off of chemistry. I teach...
But what if you have chemistry?
But here's the deal. Listen, I teach... You should build off of a connection. And I think when there's
a connection?
No, because when there's a chemistry becomes a byproduct of the connection. Here, for example.
Learning something.
For example, how many times have you heard someone say, "Oh my God, we have so much chemistry"?
Oh, everybody says. Every woman says that.
Now let's go here.
But sometimes they don't. They say that to make it happen. Doesn't necessarily they do have that.
But they say it often. So
yes,
my point is, you can have chemistry with multiple people, but the fact of the matter is, you are not going to be connected to everyone.
No.
How many times have you heard somebody say, "Oh my God, we have such a connection. You hear chemistry. So that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yes.
Look for the connection,
So you
and
need the
then
connection rather than
chemistry
chemistry.
will become the
Yes.
byproduct.
So it should be connection first, then chemistry.
Yes. And here's the thing. I just did
Actually,
it.
that was what I had with my husband.
You had a connection.
Oh, 100%.
And it made a big difference, right?
Well, I guess it did, because he passed away. So, you know, I didn't, you know, it was there. It was just...
And connection is something that you can't conjure up. You can't mix it up. It's either there or it
it's
isn't.
not there. Okay, women and men, it's either there or not there. When you're trying to make it happen, it's like when you're trying to make anything happen, regardless of men and women. But when you try to make something happen and you keep trying and trying, it's just not working. It's not going to work.
If it doesn't fit, don't force it.
If the shoe doesn't fit, don't wear it.
You can't wear it. You can't make something happen. This is what I tell people. You can't make anything happen because the universe is such a master choreographer. It's all about being in alignment. And when you're in alignment, it'll just happen.
Absolutely.
And you're just a part of what's happening because you can't make it happen.
Okay, on that we have to close down. I'm way over my time down here. I'm at the Pepper Mill, absolutely amazing down here. They always give us a little time over because, I don't know, hope they like us. Don't forget to go to YouTube and subscribe for us, and because without you nothing happens. Without you I can't have all these wonderful guests. He flew in to come on the show because he wants to express his feelings about getting married, and I think it's absolutely amazing. But getting married or having a relationship or just having a friend,
Yes.
is all the same, right?
Yes.
How can anybody reach you if they need some advice from you?
Sure. My website is www.c, that's in C as in Charles, Regi, R-E-G-I, Rodgers, with a D, R-O-D-G-E-R-S. That's CRegiRodgers.com. Of course, my social media is C Regi Rodgers, Facebook, Instagram, C Regi Rodgers.
See Regi Rodgers. Well, you can see him right there. Absolutely amazing interview. I loved it. I learned an awful lot. I think I'm very fortunate in my life of being married for quite a long time and having a wonderful marriage, because that's what I sort of kind of, now all I do is work. And I love that too.
Yeah.
I love everything.
And you do such an amazing job.
Thank you very much.
You're
Thank you. Absolutely wonderful. We shall be right back with another guest, maybe next week, maybe tomorrow. You never know what we're going to do. You take care. We'll see you soon. If you enjoyed the last show we just did and all the other shows, don't forget to subscribe. Vegas Live with Ninon on YouTube. We've got plenty more coming up and our guests are amazing. So don't forget to subscribe. We'll be right back. Vegas Live with Ninon.